back to my channel. My name is Ole Tungumi and I'm back with the lovely Charlene. How are you?
Fine.
I'm good. So our topic today is gonna be about Mjolo.
Yeah,
Mjolo, guys. So are you currently in a relationship right now?
Yes, I am.
And how long has it been since you have been in a relationship?
4 years now.
4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you say is like the key into sustaining a relationship?
I don't have anything much to say, but like, be yourself, be you, allow things to flow. Don't force things, don't put pressure on someone, just allow things to flow. And then, yeah.
And I feel like a lot of us as young girls, like we want to get married, like at a certain age, like especially when we get out of high school, we want to get married and have kids. And if we're not married up until a certain age, maybe 25, then that's a problem.
Yeah, it's because of society. Society has defined things for us, and it's trying to make it clear that if you reach 30 and you're not married, then you've got a problem. So I feel like maybe gradually we are all getting educated, and it will come to a stage whereby we will now realize, no, this thing has to stop. Olden days and nowadays, things are now different. You understand? Yes, back in the days, girls would get married at an early age because they were in schools, and not all of girls used to go to universities and stuff. They would just maybe do grade 10 and then they're done. So it was okay for them. But really now, in this 21st century, I feel like we really have to change. So I feel like gradually, hopefully, the society will change its views and perspectives. Yeah.
And teenage sex or pregnancy has become like a high thing.
It's because we don't receive enough education on sex. Some of us we have to find out through peers, and that's very dangerous. Because if you find out about sex through me, you don't know what I can influence you with. If you're not having sex, you're missing.
Yeah, because the thing about you have to have sex or else you're not cool.
Yeah, exactly. Then you're weird. You're weirdo. Or you're a nerd.
And also, I don't know if it's still done, but there was this time when teenagers impregnate each other. They had to get married. When a boy impregnates a girl, then the boy has to get married.
Yeah, because
they had to get married, and which becomes a big problem because then like few years in the marriage becomes sort of toxic because then the man has a lot of anger towards the wife.
Exactly. So the reason being, number one, when we are trying to fix such issues, we should look at the root problem. The root problem is that these children had sex at a young age. If they didn't have sex and produced a baby, this whole thing wouldn't be there. This thing of like, hey, you destroyed my future, hey, you did this to me. But let's look at the root cause. They were having sex at a young age. Yeah, it might have been their own thoughts which we want to have sex and we want to try. Because at that stage, a lot of teenagers are very experimental, especially boys. Yeah, and girls as well, lately. We all want to see what it feels kanjani and stuff like that. But before we do that, I feel like we should receive enough education on what sex is. And moving forward, we'll know what kaso. And sometimes we don't love to play game blame, but sometimes parents also should try to educate their children. Because I feel like it will be more the message will be passed on better, or will be delivered better if the mother or the father sits down with the child and tries to explain with this, in a nice way, not in a way it's like don't play with the boys and then you'll be pregnant.
Because that's what parents do
No,
nowadays. They're like, don't sleep with boys because they will make you pregnant and then they will leave you, or they'll give you AIDS and stuff like that, and they'll leave you.
That's not advising a person, that's threatening a person. You are threatening them. If you dare have sex, you're gonna be pregnant and I'll throw you out of this house. It's a threat. It's not an advice, that's the honest truth. And it could say, because they speak the obvious. Who doesn't know if you just have sex recklessly, then you're likely to get HIV? Or if you just have sex recklessly, then you're gonna collect babies. Who doesn't know that? Don't state the obvious. Go deeper with the child. Make them understand. Advise them that these are the dangers of having sex. I'm not saying don't have. You can have it. But Lalela, my child, this is what happens. This is what happens. So if you have sex, because who said we can avoid such things. People can have sex today, right? If you are open enough to go to your mother and be like, Mom, I made a mistake. I don't know what happened. I happened to sleep with this boy. Your parents can take you to the clinic, right? I don't know what they call injections, morning after and stuff like that, if they're done professionally to avoid pregnancies. Okay, we failed to do the abstinence thing, then what's the other step?
But because that's the only thing they say. Just stay away and just stay away from boys.
So the moment you go to your parent and be like, Mom, I had sex, how am I? You just know you're dead. You are dead.
You are out of the house.
Yeah, but so they should try to also resolve the situation as well. They should be better parents and try to exactly advise the children. But I'm not saying all parents are that. Not all of them are that.
Yeah, not all of them.
Some moms. Yeah. I know most moms are good. They do talk about such things. But some don't.
It becomes like a serious, like...
They've got their own reasons for doing that.
Yeah,
so, we don't want to judge them. But I feel like it would have been better
if they told us.
Exactly.
A lot of people, or a lot of women, especially young women, or I don't want to say just especially young women, like women like in general, sometimes they get tied up in a toxic relationship. They get like tied up in a toxic relationship. They think just because this guy is not physically hurting me, so it's okay, I should continue staying. But the guy is emotionally abusing you, calling you names, like, and stuff like that. And we as women, we stay. We stay there. And when a person tries to help you get out of that relationship, it's tough. And there are chances of you going back to that person.
Exactly, because in relationships, the longer you stay in a toxic relationship, the harder it becomes for you to get out of that. So the earlier you notice the red flags, run with your life. But right now, we know we are living in this world where gender-based violence is
such a high rise.
And we think gender-based violence is a man hitting me. Yes, it is a man hitting me, but it can also be a man emotionally abusing me. A man emotionally making me feel like I'm just a nobody. Because you can be hurt physically, but the worst way to destroy you is to affect your emotions. I can emotionally destroy you to an extent that you end up committing suicide. Because you feel like you're not a person, you're not a human, you understand? So with gender-based violence as well, we should also look through that emotional side of it. As women, we are also abused in that way. And hopefully, I see people right now that are trying to take steps towards gender-based violence, and hopefully one day we are going to become a better society.
But it just sometimes I struggle to understand why women will stay in a toxic relationship. Like, sometimes I will question myself, like, why can't you see this guy is toxic or?
Okay, the thing is, as women, we are emotional beings. You know that. So for me to notice that this man is emotionally hating me, I can see it. But because I'm that emotional person, my emotions can quickly switch up. You can call me names, tell me what you have got stretch marks, you have got a schwapper, your breasts are like dasegi. You know, they call you those names. They try to make you feel like you are nothing, so that you won't be able to go out and be with another man. So they make you feel like if it weren't for me, nobody was gonna love me, right? So emotionally you are hurt, but then at night he's coming with flowers just because you wanna have sex with me at night. He comes with flowers, he softens me up, and then because I'm an emotional being, I fall for it, and then.
But it's just an act.
Exactly. So those are also some of the reasons.
Because men will come and say, I'm sorry, baby, I won't do it again, but buy you flowers and the next thing, like, oh, he's onto you again.
Exactly. He starts abusing you again.
And I feel like also we as women, most of us girls, we want to be in a relationship. We want to be dating someone. Because if we're not dating someone, then there's completely something wrong, you know.
There's nothing wrong with you not dating, and there's nothing wrong with you dating. In life, you have got choices. If you want to be in a relationship, then be in a relationship. Because even those that are in a relationship, you wake up every day and you decide, good, I'm still dating this young guy, right? Do I really want to be with him? I think, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to continue dating him. Then I continue to stay in the relationships. So in life, you always have a choice. You can start dating today. What will stop you? You can stop dating today. What will stop me? So you always have a choice. And this thing of a person wanting to be in a relationship so bad, sometimes it's very dangerous. You understand? Because you might end up falling for the wrong ones. Just allow things to flow, allow things to just happen accordingly.
Yeah, because you talked about how we as women were emotional beings. To the fact where we're just so desperate into being a relationship because we see someone in a relationship and we're like, oh my god, you know. And we get to the point where we're so desperate and then we end up dating everyone.
Exactly. And that's very dangerous because you end up picking the wrong ones. And then what will happen? You should yourself miss. And then you cry. Yeah, so it's just take your time. If you are just coming out of a relationship, take your time to heal. Don't lie that you have healed when you haven't. Because if you see the guy with someone else is going to hate you as well, now you won't be able to move on. So just allow yourself to heal. Yeah, that's the only solution.
Thank you so much, Charlene. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and we'll be back with another video. Oh, before we go, where can they find you? On a social media platform.
No, you can come on Facebook, it's Charlene Mashoshira. Go to Instagram, Charlene Mashoshira as well. TikTok, it's Miss Michi02 and 01. I've got 2 accounts. So yeah.
Bye.